Hey there, seniors. If you're relying on Social Security to help make ends meet, you absolutely cannot afford to miss this. Starting April 21, a brand new rule will change the way you interact with your benefits, and if you're not prepared, it could affect your checks. Now, I know, hearing new rule might already have you worried. It's a lot to keep track of, right? But don't worry, we're going to break it down so it's easy to understand, and I'll show you exactly what steps you need to take before this change goes into effect. So, why is this important? For many of us, Social Security is a lifeline. It's the financial foundation that helps us navigate life after retirement. But with this new rule, some of the things you thought you knew about your benefits might not be true anymore. Whether it's about eligibility, payout amounts, or new filing procedures, this update could change everything. Now, I don't want to scare you, but here's the kicker: if you don't act soon, you could be leaving money on the table. I'm sure that's the last thing you want to happen. But don't panic, this video is going to walk you through what's changing, how it could impact you, and, most importantly, the actions you need to take right now to ensure your benefits stay secure. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to protect yourself and get the most out of your Social Security moving forward. Don't wait for April 21 to roll around and find yourself caught off guard. This is your chance to be proactive. So, let's dive in and get you up to speed on the new Social Security rules starting April 21. Keep watching. Welcome back, everyone. Now that we've set the stage and you're aware of the urgency, let's dive deeper into the new Social Security rule that's set to take effect on April 21st. If you're like most seniors, Social Security plays a huge role in your financial security. So, when changes like this come around, it's understandable to feel a bit overwhelmed. But rest assured, by the time you finish watching this video, you'll have all the information you need to make sure you're not caught off guard by this new rule. Let's start by talking about what this new rule actually is. The Social Security Administration has been making a series of updates over the last few years to improve the system and ensure it can meet the needs of current and future beneficiaries. But some of these changes are more significant than others. For instance, this new rule affects the way people apply for benefits, the age at which they can start receiving benefits, and even the process of managing those benefits once they're active. This change is something the Social Security Administration has been hinting at for a while, but now it's official. After April 21, a new set of guidelines will be put into place that will affect how you approach your Social Security benefits. This rule change is a big deal because it could impact everything from the timing of your benefit payouts to your eligibility for certain programs. And if you aren't prepared, you could find yourself missing out on the money that you're rightfully entitled to. No one wants that, especially when you've spent a lifetime working hard and contributing to the system. One of the main things to know about the new rule is that it alters the eligibility requirements for certain Social Security benefits. This change is expected to primarily impact those who are approaching the age of retirement or who are already receiving benefits. For example, previously, you could start receiving your Social Security benefits as early as age 62. However, under the new rules, there's a slight shift in the ages and conditions under which you can apply. That means some of you might need to wait a little longer before you can begin collecting, and some of you may need to adjust your filing strategies if you want to maximize your monthly check. For those of you who are already receiving Social Security, you might be wondering how this rule will affect you. Here's the good news. The rule is not retroactive, meaning if you're already receiving benefits, you won't be affected by these changes. But for those who are planning to start their benefits soon, this rule could have a big impact. Understanding exactly how it works is critical. So let's break it down. First, let's talk about the age change. Before the rule change, the Social Security Administration allowed people to apply for benefits as early as age 62, but with a reduction in the monthly amount you would receive. That reduction was designed to make up for the fact that you were starting to collect benefits before reaching full retirement age. Under the new rule, there's a bit more flexibility, but it also means you might need to wait a little longer to start collecting if you want to receive the full amount. Here's how it works. Full retirement age used to be 65, but the age gradually increased to 66 and is now slowly moving toward 67 for those born after 1960. Under the new rule, if you decide to start collecting your benefits at age 62, you'll still get your benefits, but you'll see an even bigger reduction than before. The reduction is designed to make sure the system can continue to pay out benefits while also being fair to those who decide to wait until full retirement age or even later. But here's the thing: waiting longer to claim your benefits could actually work to your advantage. For every year you delay taking your Social Security benefits after full retirement age, your monthly benefit amount increases. The increase is around 8% per year, which can really add up over time. This is something many people don't realize when they first become eligible for Social Security. They're so eager to start collecting that they don't consider the long-term impact of waiting a few extra years. Let's do some quick math. If your full retirement age is 67 and you decide to wait until 70 to start collecting, you could see up to a 24% increase in your monthly benefit. That's significant. Think about it, if your monthly check is $2,000, you're looking at an additional $480 a month, which is almost $6,000 a year. And remember, this increase happens every month for the rest of your life. Now, some of you might be thinking, but I need the money now. I totally get that. Many seniors face financial pressures that make it tempting to take benefits early. But before you do, it's really important to evaluate your situation. How much do you have saved in other retirement accounts? Do you have other sources of income? What are your health and longevity prospects like? These are questions you should ask yourself before you decide when to start collecting Social Security. I'm not saying that waiting until 70 is the right move for everyone, but it's definitely something to consider. And this rule change just makes it even more important to look at the full picture. Because with this new rule, waiting could be more rewarding than ever. But, of course, the change doesn't just impact those of you who are about to retire. If you're already receiving Social Security benefits, you might still need to be aware of some key changes to the system. For example, the new rule introduces a change to how the Social Security Administration will handle your benefits if you work after you start collecting. Previously, if you worked and earned income while receiving Social Security, you would face penalties and your benefits would be reduced. However, under the new rule, these penalties are being relaxed a bit, which could allow you to earn more without sacrificing your benefits. Additionally, the new rule also addresses cost of living adjustments, or COLAs. Every year, the Social Security Administration reviews inflation and adjusts benefit payments accordingly. But with the rising cost of living, COLAs are becoming more and more important. The new rule changes how these adjustments are calculated to ensure that you're receiving benefits that reflect the true cost of living. So, if you're someone who depends on Social Security to cover essential expenses, this change should provide some peace of mind. Now, I know all of this may sound like a lot to process, and that's completely understandable. Social Security is a complex system, and even small changes can have a big impact on your financial well-being. But here's the good news. You don't have to figure this out alone. If you're unsure about how the new rule will affect you, or if you want to make sure you're making the best decision for your retirement, you can reach out to a Social Security expert or financial advisor. They can help you navigate these changes and make sure you're getting the most out of your benefits. I really want to stress this. The new rule is not something to fear, but it is something to be aware of. The sooner you understand the impact it will have on your benefits, the better prepared you'll be to make the right decisions for your future. I know you've worked hard for your benefits, and it's important to make sure you're getting the most out of what's available to you. So, as we approach April 21, make sure you're taking action. Whether that means adjusting your retirement plan, evaluating when to start your benefits, or seeking advice from a professional, there's no time like the present. Remember, the choices you make today can impact your financial security for years to come. By being proactive, you're ensuring that you can continue to enjoy your retirement with confidence, knowing that you're making the most of your hard-earned Social Security benefits. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates on Social Security and other important topics that can help secure your financial future. And remember, the more informed you are, the better choices you'll make. Stay tuned and stay prepared. We've got more great content coming your way.